Okay, so this is take number 2. And as the title states, this is a colon cancer update. Some of you may remember the videos I did a few months back, or probably 2 months back, where I had to have the colonoscopy. And there were some issues with that, and we won't get into all that. But eventually, I did have the colonoscopy done, and it showed that there were 4 different polyps. Um, 3 of them came back, no problem. The 4th one showed that there was 2 different types of precancerous cells, and the oncologist who I will be seeing on the 30th is discussing with my surgeon, who I've spoken to at length this past week, about possible options. The 2 that seem to be most prevalent are the removal of the left side of the colon, transversing it over the small bowel over to the right side, so that I can continue to have proper movements, if you will, and it would alleviate the need for the colostomy bag. The issue with that is that is 2 points of contact where they would possibly have infection points, not counting the fact that I would have a temporary colostomy on the right side while those 2 points heal. That one is the less evasive of the 2 options. The second option, and it's leaning more towards looking like that might be the option that we take, is where they remove most of my colon, leaving enough to attach to the anus so that I can continue to have proper movements, although they will be more frequent, according to what the surgeon says. It just seems, but the issue is that it's less points of possible infection, plus with the removal of the majority of the colon, there's no colon for the cancer to return to. According to the surgeon, it just seems that my body is the type to just form random cancers. I've hesitated to bring this up at all, simply because it's just been very unnerving to discuss. And just very heavy. It's a very heavy topic, to say the least. Not really looking forward to having to spend another 5 to 7 days minimum in the hospital. But I guess that beats having to fight cancer, right? With that said, yeah, I know. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just a matter of which option they decide to, or I decide to go with. That's why I'm having the conversation. Hey, what's up? That's why I'm having the conversation with my surgeon, or excuse me, my oncologist on the 30th. You're not late. You're not late. There was no time schedule. There was no time schedule with this at all. I've been postponing putting this video, going live about this anyway. Y'all have heard enough about my first round with cancer, and I'm sure y'all are not necessarily wanting to hear about this, but this is my coping mechanism, is to come on here and talk about it. So, besides, it's content, right? And hopefully, truthfully, my talking about it may help somebody else down the line. And that's really why I hope that this does help. Mac, you're back. I'm glad to see you made it back, buddy. Ian, you're new, by the way. I don't recall seeing you before, but welcome. Red Mama and I go back a ways, and of course Mac and I go back. But yeah, I'm just really nervous about this whole thing, to be honest with you guys. I've had, in the course of 55 years of life, I've had 28 surgeries, and you're talking possibly, yes, Red Mama, it is possibly back. They found precancerous cells. They found, basically what it was they found 4 polyps. They were able to remove 3 of them. The fourth, and those came back negative for cancer, any kind of precancerous cells or anything. But the fourth one, they were not able to remove. They need to remove that. But it had precancerous cells attached. So it's still there. And they don't know whether further down into the colon if there's not cancer. So there's that to contend with as well. But yeah, that's it. I'm just not looking forward to going back under the knife. I mean, I could almost write a book on how that goes at this point. And if I'm being completely honest and forthright, I'm a little scared. I know I try to be, put a brave face on it and laugh about it. But yeah, I mean, they're talking about removing the almost 90% of my colon. I'm a little scared. And I know that in our circle of people, admitting you're scared of anything is not necessarily that feeds the trolls. But you know what? I don't care. The trolls be damned. Honestly, the trolls be damned. They're not going through this. I am. So, I will know more after I talk to the oncologist on Wednesday, I believe it is. I believe that's the 30th. Whatever day the 30th is, I believe it's Wednesday. I'll know more after I talk to him. But Mrs. Mutt and I talked at great length with the surgeon on Friday, and he is saying that he's very comfortable with the whole. His suggestion is to remove the 90% of the colon. I know, brother. I know. I got it. I'm gonna. This will probably be the one time you hear me admit that I'm afraid of this. After this, I'm probably just gonna keep it rolling, keep it moving. Mrs. Mutt and I are still going to do our shows on Wednesday. I'm still working on the Mutt's American Crime podcasts. Um, you know, so that aspect isn't going to change. But I just really didn't feel it was right not to tell you all what was going on. I mean, some of you all come every week religiously, and you're like, friends that need to know these things as far as Mrs. Mutt and I are concerned. So I felt it only right that I let you all know what was going on. I know I'd mentioned it in a couple of other chats that I'd gone into that it was a possibility, but I had not said anything here on our channel. So I thought that was the appropriate thing to do. I just needed some time to get my head wrapped around it and just bring it forward. So if you guys have any questions, if I can answer them, I'll be happy to. I don't even know the size of the mash yet. Oh, I'm not, brother. You know me. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I didn't give up the first time. We'd be damned if I'm giving up this time. I'm not saying that, and I'm not even saying that it's to that point by any stretch of the imagination. The surgeon did not seem uber concerned. He said that there was definitely still time because it's precancerous cells. They can take with the types that they are. They can take a couple of years to actually form into cancer. So we've caught this at an early stage. They're like I said, they're precancerous cells. They're not the actual cancer. So, and they don't. It's not like, oh, we found it on Tuesday, so by next Tuesday it's full blown. No, it's not like that. We're talking a couple of years. So I just don't want to wait that long. I feel like I got this ticking time bomb in me, and I just want to go ahead and get it out and get it taken care of and be done with it. Like I said, we've got things that we want to do. I mean, there's, although I will say that Mrs. Mutt has been an absolute trooper, as is always the case. She's not going to let me roll over, lay down and give up. It's not going to happen. In fact, she was talking just today about stuff for the channel that we want to do. Like we're talking about going, and if Red Mama's still on here, she might be familiar with this, having lived here in the area. She was talking, Mrs. Mutt was talking about taking the ferry from Waterside over to Portsmouth, and then us walking over to from the ferry launching over on the Portsmouth side to the beer garden. Das Biergarten in Portsmouth, yeah. So we will do a food review. Not only will we do the ferry ride, and we're talking about doing that later on, possibly this week, maybe next, depending on what the weather is looking like. Actually, we're trying to get her through her finals. She's working on finals for her first semester at Old Dominion. But we're talking about, like I said, taking the ferry over and then walking from the ferry landing on the Portsmouth side over to Portsmouth. On the Portsmouth side over to the beer garden. You and me both, sweetie. You and me both. But yeah, we're keeping it. We're keeping busy. Her in particular. In fact, right now she doesn't even know I'm live. She's upstairs reading a book for a project she's got to do, which I think is due Tuesday, Wednesday, but she's almost done with it. But yeah, So if anybody's wondered why I've been a little aloof, if you will, the last week or so, that's the whole thing with the cancer is kind of what's been going on in my head. I've been trying to wrap my head around it before I jumped on here to let you all know. But like I said, there are plans in motion to get it taken care of. What I want to know, and I need to talk to the oncologist, is are they planning on giving me another round of chemo treatments? If so, how many, and how long is it going to take? Because I, like I said, we've got stuff we want to do, and how long is it taking me to get back from the first time? I mean, I'm still having issues with my legs with the lymphedema. You know, Mac, I have no doubt. And we really, really do appreciate you. I want you to know that. And when I hadn't heard from you after that, after what you all have been through up there, I got really worried about you. So you saying what you just said there means the world. So make sure you tell all your friends and neighbors. Make sure you tell all your friends and neighbors, and make sure you hit that like button. Like, share, and subscribe, as they say. But you know me, I'm not one for beating folks over the head with that. I might mention it once, maybe twice in a video, but that's going to be about it. I'm not going to harp on it. We do want to eventually get monetized. It would make things easier to add the money to bring new things to y'all. There's a lot here. So we are also talking about going over to Norfolk to go to there's a glass blowing exhibit that they do year round over there by the Chrysler Museum, and we're talking about showing y'all that. I haven't been over there and seen that in forever. I was a kid, I think, the last time I saw that. And so we're talking about doing that. But first, I got to get through all of this. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're making plans, and we're also making plans to get me taken care of so that we can produce those plans or bring those plans forward that have to do with the channel, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I will say this for those of you who follow us on Wednesdays, because of her, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention this now, because of her finals coming up, we're going to take the next 2 weeks off, but we already have plans for the shows. We're going to do, we are doing the JFK files. And then there's another one that we want to discuss that was actually brought to us by Steel and Tree. We're actually going to do a crossover like we've done before. Piece of cake here. Yeah, I don't know about that one, brother. I went down and helped out after Katrina, so I know some of what y'all might be going through. I saw that firsthand, but no, I would never downplay what you all have been through. Apples to oranges, if you want my opinion. I'm just glad that you're back. You're getting back up on your feet, and things are going okay, or starting to go okay for y'all. I really am. I forgot what I was going to say, where I was going now. I started to say something and forgot what it was. Lucky Melinda, how are you? We were just discussing the cancer update. And I probably should get up with, I started to say Kiki, Coco. I need to get up with her other half and talk to him because he went through something similar to what I'm going through now. It's Lucky Melinda. I should give him a call. Hopefully he'll see this and we'll get a chance to talk this week. Thank you for the prayers, by the way. Yeah, just I don't know. I've been really kind of in a funk ever since I found out. Amen, sister. Amen. It does indeed suck. I wouldn't, Mike. I'm not going to let her within 1,000 feet of this channel if I can help it. Nope. Nope. I don't need that venom and vitriol. Thank you. I'll pass. That is not something I'm interested in bringing back into my life. So no, not an option. Not an option at all. No, I'm glad to hear that she got Lucky Melinda. I'm glad to hear she got through the first part, and I'm sorry to hear that she's dealing with bone and liver cancer. And you're right, cancer does suck. By the way, there is merchandise about cancer in the store. The link is down in the description. Or you can, if you go look at the homepage for this, for my YouTube, for Danica and I's YouTube channel, you'll see our link tree. If you click on the link tree, it'll take you to the stores, and I've got Cancer Sucks merchandise and some other stuff that I created. I'm glad you got a laugh out of that, Mac. I don't know that she could. I'm not sure that she'd be able to find the channel anyway. She's too busy with Billy and her Paul Masson, so who knows? But I'm not. This is not about her. I'm not giving her that kind of time. We will forego that discussion. But no, I'm grateful for those of you all who come through on a regular basis, and I'm grateful for the new ones that are finding us now. No, because it would only take just once for her to do what she did before to my channel. Thanks, but no, I'll pass. Mrs. Mutt and I have put in far too much time, effort, and energy for that. I think you, of all people, would know how much time, effort, and energy we put into this. I mean, you're there every Wednesday. But you won't be for the next 2 Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm really kind of looking forward to the one that Steel and Tree suggested. Not that it's not a heavy topic. It's just that we've put a lot of time and energy into doing the research. And that, I'm going to tell you what, that topic, which is the disappearance of Summer Wells, that's a rabbit hole that falls into a rabbit hole that falls into a rabbit hole. That's rabbit hole after rabbit hole. But we're getting there. Try that one again. I'm not quite sure I follow you, Matt, completely. What? Yeah, got you. Okay, I got you now. I got you now. But yeah, I will be, just so that you're aware, and not just you, Mac, but the other two that are listening as well. I will be going live again after my meeting with the oncologist on Wednesday. We're not doing our show Wednesday because Mrs. Mudd has asked that we take the next 2 weeks for her to finish up her finals. But I will give you an update after talking with the oncologist on Wednesday to let you know what he has to say. So. She is around. AD is around. She catches the rewind. She's busy with stuff she's got going on. But she does catch the rewind. This was a surprise. Nobody knew I was going to do this one. I just decided I would pop on today. So this wasn't anything that was pre-planned or anything. And there are some who actually I will text and let them know that I went live, and they'll hopefully will be able to catch the rewind, if you will, after the fact. So there is that. But yeah, I am, as far as the procedure is concerned, he says it's about a 4-hour. I'm going to go back to that a minute because that was what the original topic was. The surgeon said that the procedure itself is about a 3 to 4 hour procedure. Which is fairly normal, I guess. At least for me. I've been under the knife as long as 10 to 12, so 3 to 4 should be a piece of cake. But yeah, then I'll be in the hospital for about, he said, if we go with the total removal, I'll be in the hospital for about 7 days. And yes, I will go live from the hospital. So y'all might get to see me hopped up. I'm just saying, it's a possibility. I know I shouldn't be drinking these, but you know what? Today I just need something. And this one doesn't even have any caffeine in it. This is just a regular root beer. If I had some vanilla ice cream, I'd make an ice cream float. But yeah, that's and then he said that I'm sorry, I'm going from memory over after the conversation the other day. Then he said the initial recovery at home would be about 6 weeks, and then it would take me a little bit longer just to build the strength back up. Right? Yep. If I had some vanilla ice cream, that's exactly what I'd have done with that. But I am asking for any of those of you who believe in prayer to, if we come to mind, to say a prayer for us, and because I know this is a lot of stress on Mrs. Mudd as well, but she's being a trooper. As is usual, she's being my rock, although she says I'm hers quite often. I don't feel like that trait is very fair. I feel like she's mine more than I'm hers, but she seems to disagree with that statement. So who knows? Please feel free to hit the like button. And I am on here if anybody has any questions. Edumacated. No, you're right. I won't be, Mac. But I'll still give you shit. I will. Actually, not that you really want to know this, Mac, but he says that because the colon doesn't exist anymore, the frequency increases. So I'm just saying that's what he said. He said that is one of the downsides, is that there is a increase in frequency. So just saying. And come on now. You don't actually think I'm going to go 6 to 8 weeks without doing a show, do you? You know better. Yeah, me too. I think once while I've been sitting here, as a matter of fact. Don't ask, you don't want to know. But yeah, I'm not gonna go for very long without doing a show. Especially when I've got that much time on my hands. Are you kidding? I've got time to do all that research? What? Come on now. We know better. I mean, it's not like we don't have. Shoot, what you need to do, Mac, is you need to go over to Mutt's American Mosaic. No, I'm sorry, not Mutt's American Mosaic. Mutt's American Crime. This is Mutt's American Mosaic. You need to go over to Mutt's American Crime. I've already got 4 or 5 that are over there that I'm working on. That are already over there, and then we've got a list of about 6 more podcasts that we want to do, or that I want to do. That's predominantly a solo project. While she's dealing with school stuff, she knew I would want to. She likes to work with me on this. She recommended, and by she, for those of you who don't know, I'm referring to my wife. She recommended that I do an American Crime podcast, which I took her up on. And I've already done like 5 or 6 shows over there. So that's what you need to do, is go find that one. What's American Crime? Hold on, let me see if I can. Give me just a second, folks. I'll see if I can't pull that up. I'm operating from the StreamYard side, so this could be interesting, but we'll see here. Give me a minute. We're going to switch accounts. I am going to see what I can do to bring you the link to subscribe to Mutt's American Crime. There's that. There 'tis, there 'tis, there 'tis. Oh, look, I am live. Is it weird that I've subscribed to myself? I've subscribed to Mutt's American Mosaic from Mutt's American Crime. Is that strange? Hold on. Let me go to the main part of the channel here. See if this is going to let me do this. Whew. More. Oh, son of a gun. It didn't want to let me do it. Give me 2 seconds. Maybe a little bit more. Hold on. Why is this not letting me? Huh. It does not like to let me try that at all, does it? If you just type in www.youtube.com/@MuttsAmericanCrime, it should bring you right up. For some reason, it's not letting me copy the link, which is a pain. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe. Copy. Oh, here we go. Let's see if this will work. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. See if I can get this to. Let's see if this comes up. There we go. That should lead you. That should lead you to the channel. Give me 2 seconds. 2 more seconds, that is. And I'm going to switch back over to over here and see what I can find out. Boom. This was not the intention of this live, but hey, I'll roll with it. We'll go with it. Let me see here. See, I don't understand that because that's supposed to be the link to the channel. That is weird. Anyway, I tried. I don't quite understand why it's not letting me post it. Huh. I don't know why you don't get notices, Lucky Melinda. There we go. You did get it. Cool. Good deal. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Give me 2 seconds here. Nope. I'm not doing any of that. I was going to give you a wrench, Lucky Melinda, but I can't do that from the StreamYard side. Hold on. I'm going to switch back over to the other channel. Go to my own live in about 2.2 seconds. And now I'm going to go over here. Okay, I think you should be able to post that now, Lucky Melinda. Because I just made you a mod, so that should go through. Added to report you. Nope. Hold on, Mac, and I'll do that. There you go, Mac. You're all set. You now have a wrench. And yep, Lucky Melinda's got me in there too. Do what? Is it true the girl? Which one? There. You talking about Jade Cargill? That is the rumor. No, I didn't see anything about a big bust. Yeah, I'm not on the YouTube side anymore. I jumped back over here to the StreamYard side. So unfortunately, I can't click on that link right now. But I will go back and refine this. Hmm. But no, I didn't know anything about a bust. We got all kinds of boxes everywhere. You know what? Let me move over here. I don't care. The house is a mess. Should hire somebody to come help us take care of it. Uh, Huge bust. Huh. What kind? Was it a drug bust? Was it illegal aliens? Was it? Magnum TA is actually from my hometown, Mac. Up until about 5 or 6 years ago, his dad still had a radio repair shop in town. Wow, I did not know that, Melinda. I didn't. I had no idea. Good. Maybe they'll deport them all. It wouldn't break my heart any. Wouldn't break my heart in the least. Deport every last one of them. Yes, he crashed his car. Yep. He basically wrapped it around a telephone pole, broke his neck, and had to learn how to walk all over again. His real name was Terry, or is Terry Allen. Well, that sounds like the last party I went to. Drugs, hookers, tunnels. Oh, sorry. No, never mind. Forget I said that. It was a joke. It wasn't quite 100 hookers. And there was no tunnel. But that was about 35 years ago. But yes, that doesn't surprise me in the least. That does not surprise me in the least. One of the very first busts I did when I was working security, more suitable. Um, it was a Porsche that he wrapped around a telephone pole, if memory serves correct. Um, but yeah, the very first Lucky Melinda, the very one of the very first busts that I was a part of when I was working security, or detainments. I won't even say a bust. It was a detainment that led to a bust. The police actually did the official arrest. We just detained until the cops got there. Was two Marines had two underage girls in their hotel room. Wait a minute. Worked a VA bar with Bubba. I've worked in a few bars. Not all of them. Not all of them in Virginia Beach either. Some were in Norfolk. Some were in Portsmouth. Both as a security, as a bouncer, and as a photographer. What you doing, Hellabella? I just saw your mama go upstairs. Anyway, I got off the topic of what I was originally talking about, y'all. I had originally just come on to let y'all know that if I seem a little out of sorts in the near future as to why that was the case, of course, we'll keep you posted on what they find out about the tumor and not the tumor, but the polyp and the precancerous cells and what the doctors say and all that good jazz. I get to go, ooh, I just thought about this. Yay. And I'm being sarcastic. I get to go have blood work drawn on Wednesday. Fun. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really not. But anyway, it's all good. I appreciate that, Lucky Melinda. I do. I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here now, I think. Like I said, I'll keep everybody posted. And until next time, until Wednesday. No, I'll be back before then. By the way, I do have one question. Has anybody been catching my unofficial holidays of the month shorts? Like yesterday, actually no, today. Today is National Gummy Bear Day. Today is National Gummy Bear Day. I gotta look to see what tomorrow is gonna be. I'll do that one in the morning. I usually check it first thing in the morning. But yep. International Porch Day or National Porch Day. I'm gonna have to find out when that one is. Hold on. You know what? I've got my phone right here. Let me Google that. When is National Porch Day? Because that just might have to happen, Mac. I'm just saying. When is National Porch Day? The last Saturday of August. It's also National Play Music on the Porch Day, to be exact, Mac. It's the last Saturday of August. Spoon, how are you, dear? So Spoons done missed all the information. Yep, National Porch Day, aka National Play Music on Your Porch Day, is the last Saturday of August. And hey, Spoon, just a quick rundown. Looks like I'm going to be going through round 2. They found some precancerous cells, and I'm being slated for surgery. But you can catch all of the information when you go back from the beginning. But yeah. I'm glad everything's good on that end. I'm glad that the girls are doing okay. Mac, you're never alone. What do you mean? You know you're not. You're glad to know you're not alone. You're never alone. If I ever learn to play the harmonica, I'll join you. But yeah, I've been hesitant to do this, hesitant to bring that one up, Spoon. But I figured it was only right to let folks know. Round 3. Let's. I don't want to know. Let's go ahead and just obliterate it here on round 2. Let's just go ahead and get it taken care of round 2. Let's make this a short fight, a 2-round bout. Ideally, they go back and they do another biopsy, and they find that they were wrong about the first one, and that it's not cancerous at all. That would be ideal. Then I would have to go through any of it. Exactly. Get it all on round 2. Okay, Butterbeans, money's on you. There you go, Mac. Hey, I knocked it out the first time, right? Took it 18 months to try to even think about coming back. So, actually, about 19 months. But you know me. I'm going to keep busy, keep myself occupied, keep bringing you guys content, which keeps my mind off of things. I still should make a shirt that says, "Walk out your front door and into history." All right, Lucky Melinda, you take care as well. We'll let you know what we find out, and I'll keep everybody posted. Again, I want to thank everybody who's popped through. I do appreciate it. I am going to go ahead and hop off of here. Spoon, if it's not, well, I may give you a call a little later. I know it's middle of the night your time right now, but I may give you a call a little later. All right, Mac, we appreciate you. Love you, brother. Remember to hit the like button on the way out, please. Yeah, Mac, don't make me come on here live on Wednesday because you forgot to hit the like button and make you clean the upstairs to the classroom again. I'm teasing you. Yeah, but Spoon, if it's okay, I'd like to give you a call a little later. As if you're still on here. God, this is going to turn into an Irish goodbye. I can see it coming. I am going to go ahead and end this now. Of course the fridge is stocked up. Come on now, have I ever let you down before? No. No, I have not. No, I haven't. You do a damn fine job on Wednesday nights, and I make sure that that fridge is full every Wednesday. I look out for you. You're funny, Mac. I appreciate your humor. I really do. All right, gang. I really am going to hop off of here now. Everybody be good, be safe, take care of yourselves, and we will. I'm still here. Sorry. Had pause for. I'm available for a call later. All right. Okay. Okay, getting them off to school now. All right. Maybe you can say. Hold on. Maybe say in about 2 hours. I'll give you a call, which is about 7 my time, 7 p.m. my time, because it's 5:03 now. And tell my nieces I said they better behave. All right, sounds good. All right, I'll catch everybody later. Thank you for joining us, or me, I should say, because Mrs. Mutt is upstairs. And we'll see y'all real soon. Bye, Sickle.